Hello, I'm Kevin from Crypto MY. In today's episode, let's talk about Cardano. What's really happens to Cardano? Because you can see that other cryptocurrencies are growing, especially Bitcoin. Bitcoin is surging, making all-time high, but Cardano is doing nothing. So what's really happens? And let's find out in this episode. Looking at this Cardano chart, if you guys don't have a Huobi account yet, I'll put down the link below. You guys can register straight away. So this is Cardano 4-hour time frame. So you can see right here, Cardano has been struggling to close above or making all new time or doing any such move, huge move. Cardano has been doing nothing at all. So as an investor or as a trader, I understand how you feel. Basically, you feel like, oh, it's gonna be very boring in Cardano journey. Cardano is not doing anything, even though Bitcoin is surging so much higher. So you can see that all these psychologies, the patient level, is actually testing our patient level because Cardano is doing nothing, seriously nothing. It has been consolidating for weeks. I could say it's almost a month, it's still consolidating. So whether it's a good thing or not, it's a bad thing. Okay, let's find out together. Before that, let's talk about Bitcoin first. I just want to touch a little bit of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is doing very, very beautiful. Yesterday, it actually closed above where is it previously. So you can see this is a daily chart. And you can see that it just closed right above all these previous resistance level. So it's considered all new time high and congrats to Bitcoin holders. And this is the place, this is the area where the bulls will judge whether this Bitcoin can go even higher. How high, we wouldn't know, but let's us put the Fibonacci retracement so we can understand how high it can go up to. So let's say if I pull here from here, you can see that, oh yeah, you can get this much of gap area. So you can see that it's a high potential rising all the way to 80 over 1,000. I make it 85,000, even number around this area. It can go up maximum 88,000. So it will be surprised if, let's say, the bulls continue to push the price even higher. So you can see if it stays more or it make a big separation, closing higher a little bit above this blue zone, then you could see that 85,000 to 88,000 is a possible way to achieve. But something to take note is you can see that the RSI is a bit overbought right now. So be a little bit cautious because when something is overbought, especially on the daily chart, you could see a minor or a major retracement all the way down, testing the nearest support area. So looking at the 4-hour chart, it seems like it's still doing very great. The volume is very, very huge these past few days. You can see this is a high volume where when this strong volume, this one just shoot up, you can see that it closed all the way below back then. That's the reason why it just surged all the way up. So you can see that the Bitcoin, in the Bitcoin chart, you can see that the candlestick is playing around within the moving average line 20 and also the 50. Let's say if it tests the 20 and it fails, it bounce back up. If it breaks the 20, it that fails around the 50, it just bounce back up. So you can see this is a very good example around this area. So let me close up this so we can see it clearer. And let's talk about Cardano. Okay, let's talk about Cardano because Bitcoin is doing very, very well now. I wouldn't deny that, and I would say that the possibility of going 85,000 is really possible right now. And oops, think that you guys cannot see what's the price is. Let me do the adjustment so you can see the price even better. So you can see that the price here should be looks much more better. Yep, so you can see the price right now at this area, so you can see clearer that I mentioned just now. If it close above this blue zone, or it make a big separation a little bit more higher, I could say that this 85,000 is possible to achieve. So let's get back to Cardano. Let's get back to Cardano. And something to do with fundamental a little bit. Let's read up a little bit. You can see that there's a news recently, yesterday, Bitcoin suddenly looks overbought as Ethereum, Cardano, BNB, XRP, Solana, and Dogecoin join the huge price rally. Which is very, how to say, I approve and I accept what it says, because you can see that just now I mentioned that the Bitcoin looks overbought. Doesn't mean it will make a minor correction or major correction. It can go even higher, but usually when RSI is overbought, you will see that it will have some major correction or some minor correction before it continues to go upwards. Okay, so this is a very quick news in overall crypto space. And look at this ADA. Okay, ADA is a little bit boring. I believe that many people are how do you call it, not patient, and they think like, hey, since Cardano is not doing anything, other altcoins is doing something, let's jump ship, jump to other cryptocurrencies. Yes, I couldn't stop anyone, because I'm just a normal trader as you. I just looking at the chart, seeing that, hey, is there any possibility or is it any potential in certain coins that can grow in certain months or certain weeks or certain years. So let's look at this Cardano before I make any judgment on whether is it a really boring, or should you just jump ship to other tokens, other coins like Shiba Inu has doing all-time high, not to say all-time high, doing 200% gain within last 2 weeks. Solana is now rising all the way to $181. So you can see, right, there's a lot of, when you are a trader or you are an investor, you feel like, hey, why am I investing in Cardano when other altcoins or even Bitcoin is rising? Okay, so patience. I think patience is very important in Cardano, and I tell you why. Because you look at here, right? Let me put it in the daily chart so we can see clearer. So you can see, right? Okay, let me remove this line. Okay, this line I did not stay here because you can see, right, this is actually a descending triangle in ADA chart. Let me draw it so we can see it clear. So this is actually a descending triangle. So right now, Cardano seems like it makes a breakthrough above right now at this moment. And it's very important to see that if, let's say, ADA managed to just close above, I mean, this daily candlestick just close above, then it might have some potential to rise even higher. So usually people will take this here to here, this gap area, and just put it here so we can see that the profit, how high can it go. So it's something like that. Just drag it from here to here. This is 28%. And let me drag it over here. You can see this is a 28%. So it's about $2.80. Yes, it might have this $2.80 range. Why? Because this is a resistant area. You can see that it has some hiccups here. You can see it bounce back, and then it bounce here. So it has some resistance zone area here. So we can see that $2.70 is the what do you call, the next resistance area for Cardano. But it's not all about this yet. And I want to tell you why am I so bullish in ADA is because if you look at the daily chart, okay, this is daily chart. So let me zoom a little bit out a bit. Okay, now right now we are in September, October. Okay, let's look at October. Okay, let's look at what happened last year in Cardano October. You can see this is Cardano in October, and I want to show you something. You can see, right, during the September to October. September is around here. This is September. You can't see it right here on the chart. Never mind, it's okay. I just pull it over right here. This is September. Starting from September all the way to November, you can see. So you can see, right, these 2 months, from September, October, November, you can see that these Cardano has a similar move. doesn't do anything. It's so boring. Whereas you can see if you look at Bitcoin chart, right? Let me put it as a scenario so you can see it clearer. Okay, let's look at the daily chart. Okay, let me remove this RSI so you can see it what's really happened. Okay, so this is what happened in 2019 in 2020 last year. So this is September all the way to November, yeah, something like that. You can see, right, when Bitcoin is making a move upwards, you can see that ADA is moving sideways. It's very, very similar to what's happening right now, whereas Bitcoin is moving upwards and Cardano is moving sideways. So I would say that when Bitcoin season, the rally is over, the altcoin season comes in. Agree? And when it happens, then Cardano will has the potential to go even higher. So you can see that, oh, even you see it's slowly climbing towards all the way up, surging all the way up. Then when it broke this area, this resistance zone, then it just flew all the way up. So it's very similar to what's happening right now, where it does a similar move here. You can see that during the September is like moving sideways, they go all the way back down. When the October it breaks up and it goes price all the way up. So you can see it's a very similar case to what happens in 2020. I'm not gonna promise you that the history is gonna repeat itself, but from the data itself, from what we can see right here on the history, I believe it has the similar move, and the history of the crypto space will repeat by itself. So it's very interesting. And now you look at this 4-hour time frame on this Cardano chart, you can see that seems like Cardano is trying to close above and making a big separation above this descending triangle. So you can see, right, in the previous candlestick, it always like, yes, it managed to close, and then it does a fake breakout, and then it went all the way back down again. So, Cardano always tends to happens, like, you see this few times already, it just went all the way up, testing this $2.70, and then it falls all the way back down in, and then just test another time, that's why it fails again, then it went all the way back down. There's like big descending triangle. So the question is, right now, you can see it breaks and then it falls. So this one, it breaks, but then it falls a little bit, but it consolidates. You can see this is indecisive candlestick, and that's the reason. And right now you can see that Cardano is making another green candlestick, and this is another green candlestick. So let's say if this happens to be another green candlestick, and I would say that if we manage to just close above this what they call the failed breakout area, I would say that it has the potential to go all the way up to where is it before, to test this $2.74 in the coming weeks or coming days. So something to take note is the RSI seems to be not as if overbought. Right now it's still staying around 68, 69, so it's considered okay. Still have the gap to grow all the way to this $2.50 all the way to $2.70. Of course, in the run, of course, it will have some hiccups up and down, so nothing to worry of. And I would say that, yeah, if you believe in Cardano long-term vision, you can see that Cardano is now in the gold green era. It has a lot of journey that you can see. I mean, look at Cardano roadmap. This first time I talk about Cardano roadmap, and you can see the faces. There is Byron, Shelley, Gold Green, Basho, and Votal. Okay, so this is 5 phases, and right now we are in this phase. This gold green, which is a smart contract. These two have done decentralization. Okay, this one. Okay, so when you see when they even every time they launch or they complete a certain roadmap, it doesn't seem to have any a big move on ADA. Or instead of having a big move, it just fluctuate, it just do a sideway, after that it suddenly just pull up. So gold green doesn't have any big move yet, doesn't have any big surge yet. So I will expecting that this gold green era will somehow comes in. I mean, the surging, the big surge will comes in later in this coming months or the on the November. So be patient, and don't forget we have like scaling and governance. So you have these two more roadmap that haven't been complete and haven't even go into that yet. So you see, right, Cardano has a lot of potential to grow in future. So if you are a long-term trader or if you are a long-term investor, like me, you believe on a certain project like Cardano or like any type of coins or token that you believe on, then you should be patient. Yeah, I would advise you to jump here and there, unless you can take that risk. Okay, if you can take the risk, then go ahead. There's no right, no wrong. Jumping has pro and cons. Maybe you jump here, you get a profit, then you jump back in again. Yeah, if you can do this very, very well, then I would say that it will be very perfect in your portfolio. But if you don't have any experience on jumping here and there, then I will advise you to like stay into one certain coin, delete your apps or delete whatsoever. Don't need to have the what they call the habit to look at the chart most of the time, looking at, oh, why is Cardano is not doing anything, why Bitcoin is surging. Okay, so it really happens, it really does affect your emotion. And I would say that don't because of something like the chart or something fundamental or technical, even technical, affects your emotion. So I think that's all for today. I think that's all for my advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just doing this for education purpose. And if you like my episode today, remember to click like, share, and subscribe. Gonna see you guys soon, and goodbye.